Yo. Good morning. As you guys can see, I've already taken the liberty of typing out pretty much everything. I looked at the bigger time frame yesterday. We drew that up yesterday, though. The intraday plan, Meta, Google, Apple, those were typed up this morning. Honestly, these were really just kind of typed out to give you guys something extra. I really would just focus on SPY today, considering the news events and all that. But let's go back over it, though. So zoom in. So as you can see, with the NVIDIA earnings taking prices higher, 445 will be a key pivot point because this is where old supply is trying to hold as resistance. This is still supply. We never held it as support. This was the only support that was shown over top, and it ended up turning into a breakdown, bull trap, breakdown. So we're again right back under 445, trying to see if we can get over it. We actually popped over it for a little while yesterday, and we're sitting on top of it. Of course, the taking profits have brought prices back down, so we are losing 445, which means there's a significant chance that we see some pullback in today's market. If we don't, I'll be a little bit surprised. But again, plan for both sides. We know we're at resistance, so there's a higher probability sellers pop up if we don't take 445. That's the whole scenario. 445. That's it. And if we do pull back, do we really need to aim for the floor? No. 443s are going to be big, and 441.90. That's that 442 area we talked about many times a few days ago. So that'll be the game plan on the bigger time frame. But that situation, like I said, is still on the table. We're still battling this to see who has control of 442 up to 445, who has control of this supply, who has control of this potential demand. We'll see. And then I jump down to the smaller time frame. You can see it here with the bigger time frame levels. They held over it. I mean, they were almost at 447. But you can see they have a pretty flat level of support here that they're breaking. So that'll be pretty big. But go back down to this, and you can see we have everything still drawn out from the other day, but we're looking under 443.60s, 444.20s. We never broke this. We just kind of touched it, so I didn't delete it. I just left it there. So we're going to be looking under 443.60, 444.18. Whoever has control of that basically has control of the direction. If they break this, we get a good retest under it, look for more pullbacks. We get a good base above this. We get a good hold. I mean, technically, we're already bullish, so you should already still be looking for more upward movement. But if this breaks, you need to kind of flip this. You need to flip the switch. So keep that in mind. Go back to the Meta smaller time frames just to show you guys where I am getting some of these levels. We're kind of just focused on the 301 there, below 296.95. I did Google. That's right. I did some comps today. Above pre-market high or under 132.96, which is actually the supply of high of day. Same thing for Meta. That's where I got that break below. And then I did Apple, which I wanted to do AMD, but whatever. But looking under the pre-market low, they already kind of made a new one. They're already under previous day close. They're already under previous day highs, so they're not where a lot of the stocks are. They're already kind of lower, which gives me a little bit of indication that my whole potential sell-off at open is a real scenario. But keep in mind, if Apple does dump, that could cause some pressure on a lot of the stocks that are up this morning. So keep that in mind. If they do hold, though, we get a good pump at the open. That'd be a very good strong sign for bulls. But let's zoom in. Market's about to open. Give me a thumbs up or some sort of emoji or reaction to show me that you understand the game plan on SPY bigger and smaller time frames. You understand a couple of the game plans we went over on the list. But let's get into it. Market's about to open now. Perfect timing. And I'm not going to do a super long stream today, but we will have a full day Friday stream tomorrow. We'll be gifting away memberships left and right. So hopefully to catch some of you guys here. I got my wallet all saved up for y'all. I want to try to gift like 5 or 10, something just normal. I'm not trying to gift like 100. I mean, $10 memberships is like $50. So I'll probably do like 10. So again, I would share these streams around as much as you can and tell everybody, you know, tomorrow, if you don't have a membership, if you've never been here before, if you don't know who we are, what we're about, be here tomorrow because you're going to want to catch tomorrow's stream. Not just for the updates, the plays, the TA, all that good stuff, but for the potential chance of winning the free membership. So hopefully a couple people tune in on that. Good morning to all of you, though. Glad to see you guys all here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed some of the game plan this morning. And honestly, guys, shout out to the Discord chat. I saw a ton of people go in there and completely fix up the chat. Check this out. Yeah. Where am I going? Member trade ideas. I saw Rambo talk about something. I saw Username talk about something. Results in review. Or I'm sorry, wrong channel. Post charts. Taylor posted a good game plan up and downside. Jack posted a good game plan up and downside. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see non-biased game plans. That's what I want to see. Sorry, I had to let my dog in. SPY just getting a slightly red open at the open. Keeping watch on Apple. It's a huge weight. AMD and NVIDIA are going to be good to watch because those were helping us up. It looks like a lot of tech is pulling back. Keep in mind that this could just be profit taking, selling pressure, fear mixed in. Knowing we have news this week, so keep this in mind. Keep watching for 1985 on Netflix. That's a really good spot to where buyers could just randomly show up. Meta breaking previous day high supply. Keep that in mind. Google still has some room below. But yeah, a lot of your tech is pulling back. See if healthcare gets a bounce off that. Banks seem to be green, but they've been pulling back. See if discretionary can hold previous day close. That'd be a very good sign. Bulls do still have a chance. Same exact scenario for comm sector. If they can hold previous day close, it's a great sign for bulls. Apple breaking pre-market low. SPY still dumping. Tech moving lower. I see healthcare trying to go green ever so slightly. Banks also just went green. Discretionary trying to break previous day close. Comm still has a ton of room to their previous day close. Just trying to make sure we get, yeah. Zoom in. SPY is inside of the gray area, which again, I mean, it's blue, but gray area in terms of it's going to be indecisive here. You can get buyer reactions out of this back to today's open, back to resistance here at 445, which we know is important on the bigger and smaller time frame. So remember, guys, we're bearish. We just broke this support, but short term, we have an area to look out for. Healthcare has gone green. Look for buying pressure from 443.60s. Look for selling pressure at 445. This is like a really, really, really good short-term range. I'm pretty sure it's from August 16th. I think somebody else asked that exact question the other day. Yeah, August 16th. It's supply of August 16th. But we just never, ever, ever broke it, messed with it, so I just never did anything with it. We touched it perfectly as high of day yesterday, so I just left it. Because, I mean, if I was going to end up deleting it and adding it, then my new area would be like right here. So, I mean, I'm really not adding a whole lot more. So I just left it there. But it's from August 16th. We just never invalidated it. So now we're back on top of it, seeing can we hold it as support, or are we going to break it, or are we going to hold it? We'll see. But that exact question was asked yesterday, so I was ready for that one. Good question, good question. By Deuce. Deuce, hope you've been doing good in football, man. We saw your clips. We were like, damn, there's an NFL player in our chat. What breed is your dog? Annoying as hell. That's what it is. Hey, Josh, could you drop a link for today's SPY chart? Yeah. I'll put it in reason over risk for you. SPY gap at 443.67 yesterday. Going to test calls at that level depending on price action. Decent plan. No, you're good, Deuce. You're good. I mean, really, we all are. I tell everybody this who talks to me in chat, like, we're all on the same page. You know, if you think you're behind me, you're not. You're on the same page as me. We're all trying to grow. We're all trying to learn. There is no such thing as, like, you know, you get to this one point in your trading, you're like, all right, I'm done. I don't need to give a shit anymore. I don't need to learn anymore. No. It's, I mean, you might be a little more confident. That's a great thing. But you'll definitely never be done learning. So I just wanted to let y'all know that, give y'all some assurance, because I feel like a lot of people get into this phase of like, oh my god, everybody's better at trading than me, or this or that, this or that. It's like, well, hold up. You're great too. We're all on the same page. I'm not ahead of you. You're not ahead of me. You're on your own path. I'm on my own path. Good morning, David. Yes, I did look at BA. They had a big drop. You guys don't have to remind me every day something falls after I played it. I always have you guys tagging me about like DE and BA and NEO. It's like, yeah, there's other plays about to be ahead of us, though. It's okay. It's okay if I miss a little bit of the move. It's okay if I didn't hold it to the greatest target. But what I like about that BA chart is that it kept falling. So I mean, if anything, it just validated that we were very correct. So I'm very happy to see that. One thing I'm very happy about that too, Dondu, is that could give us a good second opportunity for another play. So I'll be looking at that one more. I mean, BA is just a good one to look at. I don't know, in some weird way, I think of it like DE or McDonald's. Not in terms of like the companies are the same, they're not. But the charts definitely are the same in a certain way. They definitely have a lot of really good areas, long areas of consolidation. So they have large moves. And they have really clean price action, so it's really, really fun to go find patterns with positioning, and then seeing, all right, okay, this looks like a good place to take a trade or to potentially look for taking a trade. SPY building base on the 1 minute. Oh, I'm on the 5. Okay, well, I can't even see that. They're definitely testing this area. We'll see if they hold it or not. It doesn't look like they want to so far. Not really seeing much buying pressure show up yet. Remember, guys, what is the main reason we're up today? It's because of tech. And if tech is pulling back, that should give you a pretty good insight on what SPY wants to try to do. Apple broke support. AMD broke support. Microsoft broke support. Nvidia, Amazon all broke. Tesla broke. Google broke. Meta broke. Netflix trying to break. They're still above that daily time frame level. That's very surprising. Keep an eye on that one. That's a very, very important level. Go to our sectors. We can see tech has done nothing but pull back from the open. As anticipated, if you guys caught the pre-market prep, I know I was only there for like 10 minutes, but still, really good info in those quick, pre-market prep breakdowns. SPY breaking support. Alright, sorry for typing a lot. I basically just said all of this, though. I said a lot of weights pulling back from open. Pre-market prep covered this scenario as the highest probability scenario from open. Watch to see if 443.60s break on SPY. If not, bulls can still show up short term. So really just kind of covering my bases, talking about both sides, what they need to continue, what they need to begin. Tech and healthcare are almost at the same percentage. I like Baba calls too, as long as they're holding previous day close in 89.60s. This little area here, honestly, I kind of like this because it's where they held short term yesterday before just range trading, and then their previous day close. That'd be a good area to watch. And you can also see too, if you just look at yesterday, pop up, and then they kind of just range traded here. So a lot of good consolidation right here. Whoever, again, pointing out whoever has control of this area here, very, very good consolidation range to help them have fuel to make a bigger move, not just moving. Healthcare still moving higher, guys. Tech still pulling back to previous day highs. Again, we talked about how previous day close is the area you want to watch. So they have a little bit of room under still. They aren't completely done, and that doesn't mean that they're bearish yet. That just means that a lot of people need to take profits. That's not a dumb move. I definitely don't blame anyone for taking profits on a massive move like that. What did Nvidia finally hit after hours? Yeah, 520. Didn't Rambo say 520 on the dot? Pretty sure he did, or maybe he said some weird number and it was so close to 520. I don't remember. I don't really remember what I remember. Rambo, what number did you say? I remember you throwing out a fun guess, and then it was actually pretty close. Rambo was at 600. music's chill. Good, good, good. I kind of jump between these two different playlists every day, so I'm glad y'all like that one. 520. Yeah, see, he did say it. He killed it right on the dot. Now, did it stay at 520? No, but I don't think anybody expected it to hold anything crazy. At least short term. But still, really, really good guess, dude. It hit 520. It hit 520 on the dot. At least in after hours, it hit 520. That's all I was saying. Like, I was pretty sure you were like 100% on it. That was an insane call out. I thought that was impressive, at least. Guess or not, that shit's always kind of cool. It's fun to guess, be theoretical. It's never focus on being theoretical, but it's always fun to be theoretical, just to kind of point out things, be hypothetical, you know, point out things that, even if they don't happen, whatever, doesn't hurt you. It's just fun to call out that stuff. In the same way we do it every day when we talk about our game plans. Oh. Yeah, it looks like you were on it to the cent. I wasn't in Trade Floor after hours yesterday, so I didn't get to conversate or add on to that, but I was pretty sure I saw you call that out. So I wanted to give you credit. We'll see if SPY breaks this blue area or not. They already kind of did break it, but you have tech slowing down finally after all that pullback. Now, I will say this. Healthcare continuing higher, tech continuing lower. That could be a trend that continues for half of today. We'll see if that continues for the rest of today. But it's only been 18 minutes, so I really wouldn't freak out. We're just getting a lot of good information. What we've seen so far is the overall market pull back a little bit, hold good supports, and they're just getting a short-term reaction from buyers right now. Very normal. Very normal. Was a hella guess for real. That's always cool though. I forgot what somebody did last year. I forgot what call out it was. Somebody was like, this stock's going to this before this date. And I remember with that, like that next following week, they had some news come out. I don't even remember what company this was. It was like Lockheed Martin or something. But they were like, this is going to go to this price, blah, blah, blah. And then this random news came out. It was like, they just got gifted $100 million in military contracts, blah, blah, blah. Or we're going to war, or, you know, something like that. And then LMT that next week was up like 40, 50 bucks. And we're all just like tagging that one dude over and over and over. Like, what the hell? You're crazy. What 8-ball do you have? Bro had himself a... What's it called? A magic conch from SpongeBob. The great conch. Lockheed Martin dropped a clothing line? That's sick. I mean, would I buy Lockheed Martin clothes? Probably not, but that's still pretty cool. Little random, but... Yo, let's look it up. Is it tough? Watch it actually be like really good clothing. Yo, you weren't even joking. There really is. Oh, they have alternative logos too. That's kind of cool. How many companies do you know that have that? Previous day high, possibly being broken here. It is being tested. Good update by Daffy. Daffy's also watching healthcare, I know that. Who's all going to be here, though, tomorrow for the full day Friday stream? Be sure to drop a like on today's stream if you are going to be in tomorrow's full day Friday stream. It's going to be a fun one. It'll be a little long, but hopefully I keep it entertaining. And hopefully some of you guys who are really wanting to get a free membership get one. But we did it, guys. I've successfully started streaming a full week again. I'm so proud of myself. Hopefully next week we continue this trend. I would love to keep streaming every single day. And yeah, covering pre-market preps, you know, going over different things each week. One of you guys had a great idea. I don't think we'll do it this week, but I want to do it one of these weeks where on the weekend or on like, you know, like a weekday night, we sit here and just go over. Or no, wait, my bad, y'all. I'm dumb, bro. Y'all said this already. Tomorrow in Full Day Friday stream around noon, I think y'all said around lunchtime. We'll go over swing trading patterns. We'll go over swing trading TA. I'll show y'all some basic stuff you can do to start getting into it, and then I'll show you the more, you know, I'm not gonna say complex because it's not really complex, but the deeper level stuff on actually getting into the trades as well. So we'll cover that tomorrow around lunchtime. I'll try to get a couple examples tonight, and then we'll go over some. And then we'll do some new ones. We'll do ones I haven't looked at yet. I forgot about that whole conversation. I was like, we should do this on the weekend. Y'all literally just told me yesterday that we should do this tomorrow. Because that is smart. It'll be a boring time around lunchtime. It'll be very smart to go over a couple things. But how are y'all doing this morning? Anybody in a trade? You guys just kind of chilling? Y'all sitting cash? You just kind of getting information? I know a bunch of you guys are just sitting cash today, just waiting for tomorrow, but just seeing what everyone's up to. If you're waiting for the next BB merch drop, bro, if merch didn't cost $40 of a shirt to make, I would. Not actually 40, but apparel is expensive unless you have a guy, and I don't have that guy anymore. You're in calls from 443.60. That's really good risk. Because, yeah, you break... I mean, a really good passive stop loss for you. You could cheat and use that previous day supply. So if you wanted to, you could say 443.53 is a stop, or you could use that further back green candle and say the open of this candle is your stop. But I like that risk. That's a really good risk reward. Good job. Who was that? Diddy? Good job, Diddy. Again, will that always work out? No. I mean, there's going to be a chance that it rejects your dumps and then you're out of your play. But you're not just shooting at a random part of the chart. I appreciate that you're buying at a very good risk-reward part of the chart for bulls. Watching close. Good, good, good. Yeah, don't be greedy. You got to remember that you made it to the top of this area again. So if you're not trimming some here, you are being a little greedy. And I know you might be thinking that's really small profits. On SPY, that is. On SPX, that's huge. So down the road, you're definitely going to want to notice that. But if they do end up pumping past this, logically speaking, guys, what are the next two levels above us? It's not a numbered level. This is not a numbered level. What are the two levels right above current price that are like very just no duh, very logical levels to possibly move up to if, again, we close out of this blue area? Where are we going? Who can tell me those two important levels right above our head? You averaged down on your put lottos and closed the position for a $7 loss. Then you opened up fresh put lottos and closed for 38% gains. Good job, Sand$. Yes, Teresa got one of the levels. Today's open. What's the other one, guys? Great job, Teresa. That was a beautiful answer. What is the other one? Come on, guys. It's right there. It's a non-numbered level. PML. There you go, Deuce. Yes, PML. You have today's open and PML. PML stands for pre-market low. Great answer. Two logical levels right above our head that if we do pump, we have to identify, hey, if we reject these, we're probably coming back down. If we get back above these, this is a very good sign. Buyers are very strong. Good job, Mel. He got in for a quick scalp on that move. So even if you don't have your, PML marked, your today's open marked, you should still at least see, hey, there's going to be some pressure between here and here. Very, very good reaction by buyers, though. They seem to have held previous day high supply. They're getting back over the August 16th supply, holding it as demand possibly. See if we get a better higher low retest. If not, then we'll see if prices keep continuing. I see healthcare is up 0.5% now. They are just zooming. Good call out, Daffy. Banks also continuing higher. We have a slowdown in discretionary, and comms are holding previous day close. Discretionary broke them. And tech are at them. So, guys, what is the next thing that can happen? This is what I'm going to tell you. If tech breaks previous day close, and you see comms break previous day close, that can cause another leg down on SPY. But if they don't, then we should just have buyers take control from here on out. You have healthcare moving higher, you have banks moving higher, you have tech holding, you have comms holding. The only sector out of your top 5 that has broken anything for bears to have more room underneath was discretionary, and they only did that for a few moments. They're already back just under previous day close. So we'll see if this trend continues or not. So again, does XLK, does XLC keep holding previous day close, or do they break them? These are very good quick pieces of information to help us realize what is needed for SPY. SPY is breaking through previous day, pre-market low and through today's open. God, these moves are amazing. Good job, Diddy. Good job, Mel. Good job, anybody who took risk at that spot. Like I said, I did like the risk reward on Diddy's idea there. Because, I mean, again, we were basically holding previous day high supply, as well as the blue area from August 16th. So it was like they were holding everything. Good risk reward on that, though. Remember, guys, 445 is important on smaller and bigger time frame. We've gotten up to that point again, and we've held 443.60s. This is where you need to be looking for selling pressure now. Uh-oh, a couple of these stocks rejecting some of those supplies from previous day. See if they hold or not. It's really Google and Meta that I was looking at for that. Apple too, though. Apple wasn't really looking too hot. See if they pick back up or not. Make sure you guys have a water, stay hydrated. Don't have a dry mouth. All my homies hate dry mouth. Banks up 1%, they just hit that. Damn, healthcare's on fire. job, Mel. Good job, Daffy. See, both of y'all posted already. Good job, Charlie. Good job, Diddy. 22%. Filled at 54, trimmed at 74, second trim at 84. Now got a runner. Good stuff, Diddy. Round of applause to you, man. And look at that. Netflix right back to where it was yesterday, yesterday's open. After that massive day where they started under 420 and almost got to 440. And now they're back to square one. It's mind-blowing. Uh-oh. Tesla looking ugly. See if 231.60s hold. Nvidia is finally at a level of support. We'll see if 480s hold or not. And that is enough pullback to where I could just see them doing nothing the rest of the day. AMD's continuing lower. Look at that. AMD completely destroying all of those moves from 105 up to 110. They are back in the 105s. Massive pullback on AMD. Apple not looking hot again. A lower high was made on the 5-minute under that 180.34. That was your pre-market low before that very last minute wick there. But as you can see, though, pushing lower. We'll see if a new low of day is made. If they can break 179.50s, that can cause for more sell-off from Apple, which is the largest weight in the market. So keep that in mind. And yeah, AMD, like SF said, down, down, down. They are down, down, down. Down, down, down. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys, if you have not already. It does help out the channel a ton. Just going to have a short and sweet stream today, right before the full day Friday stream. I want to be energetic for that. I think tomorrow's going to be a great day. 3-bar play on the 5-minute. Could call Charlie. Hit 445, getting that slowdown as anticipated. I mean, you hit 445 on bigger and smaller time frame. It's going to be a slowdown, and then you'll see after that, does it pop over and retest and hold, and that's when you know, okay, 445 is bullish. So right now all we've done is pull away from it. We jumped up to it. We rejected it again just now. COVID hospitalizations jumped 22% this week, and the CDC predicts further increases. I bet they do. I bet they know exactly the percentage of people who are going to be hospitalized. 22%, that's a crazy increase. You can for information, Matthew. I'm personally not drawing it just because I just don't want to. I know that 445 is resistance. I know 443.60 is support. So I know that's a good tight range to kind of watch for buying pressure and selling pressure. So I'm just kind of watching it from a supply and demand point of view. But you're definitely not, invalid by drawing the fib the way you did. That's totally fine. Like I said, a lot of the times you guys are drawing fibs, you're really just getting information. Of this move, what is it holding of that move? That's really all you're getting every time, which is very, very important. A lot of people overlook that, but it's really for information more than anything. But yeah, you could totally draw that. That's fine. I was just showing you why I wasn't. I didn't want you to think like, oh, that's wrong. What I'm doing is wrong. No, you're doing fine. Morning, E. SPY is under PML. Good call out, Charlie. Come on, King Carnage, we've gone over this. You know what those candles are. Look at my chart. We don't have volume on, so take that out of your mind for a second. Let's think about just plain, basic, bland rules. Something vague here. You ready? Small body, long legs equals indecision. That means a lot of the time you're going to find these at support or resistance, and you're going to need more information after that to realize what is it. So what actually gave you a probability that this candle had a chance of helping buyers? The fact that it was at support. So if it would have continued lower here, that would have increased the strength of saying, hey, this is definitely bearish, but it didn't. It held support. So you find that candle, you pay attention to what happens next. What happened next? They got a bullish candle out of support. So what's supposed to happen next then? A pump into what? Whatever the next resistance is. We got PML, we got today's open, we got 445.11. So it stopped at one of those three. Stopped at the last one, of course. What happens after this candle? Small body, long legs. Don't call these dojis. Don't call these candles. Stop calling them names to confuse yourselves, guys. If calling them names confuses you, just stop calling them names. Focus on the rules of the candle. Every candle has a rule set. Okay, like a piercing line. What does a piercing line have to do? I saw a lot of people get this wrong in chat. But let's say you see a piercing line or dark. Let's do a dark cloud cover. You get a pump up into resistance. Ignore my amazing drawings. And then the next candle starts higher and finishes past the halfway point of that candle. That now indicates that that's a dark cloud cover. That's a bearish candle. I'm getting into puts off of that, or we're waiting for more information. So there's a rule behind it. It had to open higher than the previous day, and it had to finish under the halfway point of the previous day, right? So that's going to give me indication that that's selling pressure, right? And that's exactly what this is. This has another indication of its own, right? It has a small body and long legs. So I know it's indecisive and that it's not ready yet. I need to get more information first. That's what these candles are. But I've gone over this a million times. Indecisive, long-legged candles, small bodies, they're weak. But they're also strong at the exact same time. They're weak in terms of they don't do anything, but they're strong in terms of whatever follows them next can give you a very strong signal. So keep that in mind. I'd like to add tech did keep dumping. We are now under previous day close. And in the scenario I talked about, we would get another leg down if tech broke previous day close and if XLC broke previous day close. Those have both now happened, and we are moving lower on SPY. Discretionary is dumping more. Banks are returning. Healthcare is returning. Everything is moving lower together. So SPY is going to have extra selling pressure. Sometimes it'll just get scrambled in my head. Totally fine, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to unscramble it. I was just getting on to you because that's a candle we go over a lot in here. So I feel like that one you should never forget. And the volume really shouldn't affect you in how you look at that candle. Do you want to see a lot of volume in that candle? Yes, because it adds more significance to it. Does it really ruin it if there isn't a high amount of volume? No. So keep that in mind. Volume is just going to add more significance to any candlestick pattern. So if you have a very big resistance and you go hit it and a big wick hits there and you get a big fat amount of volume, what you witnessed is buyers trying very hard to get over that resistance. They failed, sellers stepped in. So you're seeing a combination of volume, and that's why it's so much sometimes. Good job, Chem Trades. He said, just scalped Disney on a lead test. Confidence was pretty high. Great job, Chem. Make sure to go into the Discord as well and post that and show us your insight. You know, show us exactly what you saw. You know, circle, entry, exit. But show us that lead test you did. I'd love to see your trade review. Good job, Mel. Good job, Charlie. Oh my god, yeah, you could calling it that. Good job, Zay. Good job, Zay. And what did we say, guys? Watch for buying pressure at 443.60s. Watch for selling pressure at 445. See if anything else was said. The dumping has continued. Go back and re-listen to what I said. I covered everything that you needed to hear. Go back and re-listen. I'm not going to repeat it, so it gives you a second different answer. I want you to re-listen to what I said the first time. It's an indecisive candle. Whatever follows next is what you follow. Is it always going to get that continuation? No. There is no such thing as a perfect pattern. We got the break under, guys. We did push all the way to 443. Does anybody want to tell me what level we just bounced off of without redrawing it? Again, I don't have it on my screen, but we did just hit it. Does anybody want to tell me what level below we just hit? Another significant pivot point. Does anybody want to tell me what pivot point that is? Previous day close, exactly. E is right on it. Great answer. Yes, Evis got it as well. Great, great, great. Kid got it. Patrick got it. That's what I like to see. Everybody seeing the right levels. So, guys, should we be looking for trades every single time a level breaks, every single time a move happens? No. But we can use these entry styles to help navigate these levels, these candlestick patterns to get in certain parts of the chart to navigate the chart better. This is what gives you your confidence to take trades, not, oh, a big green candle appeared, get in calls. Oh, big red candle, get in puts. It's not like that. SPY continuing to break lower. What did we talk about, guys? What was the sectors that we needed to break lower? XLC and XLK. Those are still pulling back more. This is making SPY go red. Whoops. TLT not really moving. Come on. Just going over the watch list, I was looking back at Apple. I saw because they were one of the ones I was looking at with XLK, XLC. Again, you can see these are all tickers from those sectors. XLK, Apple, did really good from entry. They had breakdown, they had a good retest, and a follow-through move. That doesn't happen all the time. So good follow-through move all the way to the second target. Through the second target, they almost got to the last one, but I'm not going to sit here and keep updating Apple all the way to the last target. It did really good already. Meta, Google, let's go check those out. So you got a 40% and an 80% on Google. And I think right now you're looking for a follow-through move. They actually just made it to the first target. Oh, I can't spell. And then Meta. Let's see what Meta did. They also had a 40% entry. And an 80%, okay. And they've made it back down to 294s, which that's only the first target. It's not like that's crazy. Alright, back to SPY. Back to focusing on movement, seeing direction. So we know that we're breaking lower. We know that we rejected 445. We know we broke under a new low. So we know we're super bearish. We know all the sectors pulled back together. So we know it's not just one thing pulling us down. So what do we need to see for a reversal to ever happen? Let's say we just keep dumping. What do we need to see before a reversal can happen? We need to see these sectors slow down. You would need to see XOK slow down at a good level. You would need to see healthcare, which healthcare is not really at a bad spot. Neither are banks. Those are the two you don't have to worry about. XLY, XLC, you need to see these catch something. You need to catch a good higher low from yesterday. They need to catch onto a known notable level that we like to draw. Anything. Amazon continuing lower. A lot of these charts look like they want to just keep dumping. It just might take a little bit of time. Thanks, Bueller, for putting on the greatest streams. Have a good day, everyone. Have a good day, Zay. Healthcare back to flat. You have banks still up 0.5%. Tech almost 0.5% down. 0.25% down on comms. A little over 3/4 on discretionary. Apple continuing lower still, looking towards 178.50s. Apple making their way to the last target I posted. Keep that in mind. A lot of selling has happened today. And it all started with semiconductors slowing down. Amazon possible long-legged doji. We'll see if that ends up holding anything. Google broke lower. They're under previous day close. See if they can, again, retest that, push away from it. That'd be a very good sign for bears short term. In the same sense exactly with what Meta is doing right now. They broke it. They're trying to push away from it right now. So that's what you're wanting to see on Meta and Google setups. Apple, you're pretty much done with that setup based on my watch list. Because you're basically down to that last target. There's no need to keep holding. Don't be greedy. SPY, you had a little bit of a green candle there. They're turning red on that, pulling it back down lower. New low of day is made. They want to flush it down to the next level. We'll see what happens, though. Healthcare is almost red. Yep. In GP of 443.35 to low of day lead test. Could call out EVIS. Wicked up to 443.35 exactly. Don't you love seeing them work? Also, if you look back at the previous day, when Diddy was taking his long off here, does anybody remember where I said a good stop loss for him would be? I talked about two potential areas of supply from yesterday. Normally, we draw our high of day down to our supply. You could have done that from this candle or this candle. If you look to where Evis just mentioned, that's pretty much where this candle begins. So they aren't just dumping from random areas or retesting random areas. They're dumping and retesting great areas that need to be tested. SPY making it down to 442.50. Let's see, can they make it down lower? Selling pressure has picked up. Fed's Harker, he said, right now, Fed has probably done enough with policy. Shut up, dude. Good job, Eric. Posted a 43% gain on Pooch. Good stuff, man. Took profit once price was going back up to 443.80. Could have held, but didn't want it to go right back up and lose that great drop. Yeah, no, you definitely want to do that. Don't be greedy. That was a great exit. There's nothing wrong with 43%. I don't even know why. Does anybody even use this watch list? Seriously, I'm not trying to be a dick or be rude, but like, does anybody actually use this? Because I'll stop wasting my time in making this. I'd literally never see anybody like taking them or even posting reviews of them. I don't even care if you guys are actually trading them, but one of the biggest, easiest ways of practicing is drawing these levels and then going to the chart, circling where's the 40% entry, where's the 80%, where is a stop loss based on any of those. You could draw all that out too, explain your reasoning, target, stop losses, all that good stuff. So again, when I ask that, I don't care if you actually took a play, but did you at least mental trade it, or are you going to at least go back and mental, rep it, get a good review of the chart, what happened? Because that right there is the greatest way of growing with price action. It's not just trade more. No. It's go back, draw your levels, read through the story of the chart, and actually read through what happened. Oh, we dumped a support, we went to resistance, then we finally broke that support. That's where that dump came from. It didn't just randomly appear. So it's good to go over these things. And then also, if you're going to draw your fibs, on your 5 minute, then go down to your 10 minute or your 1 minute, and then do your scalps, then go review it that way. You don't review it in a way that you wouldn't normally trade it or look at it. If I knew I was scalping something, I wouldn't go to the 30 minute and say, yep, that's what I was focused on. No, I wouldn't. So don't go over things you unrealistically would never do. Make sure it's a realistic review, I guess is how I should say it. But I hope you guys are at least reviewing. The economy slowing down, it's time to repipe the moonshine still. Sand dollar. I love how you're always looking ahead. SPY dumping more. Kind of anticipated with the fact that Apple didn't ever slow down. Microsoft picked up. They kept selling more. Talked about the importance of the XLK, XLY, XLC sectors dumping. You can see the XLY weights, Amazon, Tesla both continuing to dump. Google still dumping, Meta's dumping, but they're finally reaching levels where we could start to look for potential wicking. So the dumping hasn't just gone on forever. Man, what a huge move. Starting higher, finishing lower on AMD. That's a bearish engulfing without even looking. The stream today should just be named Blood. This is the Red Wedding. This is massive. 5% down on AMD. It's crazy that just overnight you hit 520 on Nvidia, and here we are at 480, which relatively isn't that bad actually. just gonna start adding clowns to all the clown messages in chat. Good job, Mel. Good job, Taylor. Looks like a few of you guys caught that same move back down. Yeah, same, Don, dude. Didn't expect it, but that's exactly why you can't sit here and say, oh, Jackson Hole's going to ruin this week. And I didn't. I never once said that. I said you should just go lighter because we don't know what's going to happen. There can still be amazing moves, or we could get a very boring week, but every day this week, like Dondu just said, has been very clean price action. If you guys think otherwise, then you're probably not watching the right levels. You're not drawing something right. You're not looking at it correctly. And that's okay. We're all growing. But definitely don't sit here and complain, because there's been nothing to complain about. This week has been amazing. So we've gotten nothing but amazing movement. SPY is just still flushing. Let's go out to that bigger time frame level, or chart, and see what's happening. So they finally made it all the way to 442. 442 is the next area to watch to see who has control. If they can close outside of 442, they can keep dumping. If they can wick here, build a little bit of indecisive price action, they could slowly retake it and just have a short-term buy reaction. Nothing too crazy. I'm not even going to say it goes back up to 445. But definitely watch it back towards previous day highs and previous day close if a buyer move does step in here. If we do just keep dumping, it will be under 442s. Again, just kind of zooming back out to my bigger time frame levels, zooming back down to my smaller time frame levels, just to kind of give me a better view of everything, really. But I hope that's helping some of you guys out. I guess I'm done updating Apple, Google, Meta till we see better reversals on those, because those all pretty much hit all the targets, just kept dumping. SPY intraday plan pretty good. This is probably my favorite part of today's list. Because it really does cover a lot. I mean, that's just pure price action that we're witnessing. It just looks so rapid and aggressive on the smaller time frames. But you just witnessed supply fail to hold as support. It was going to be possibly turning demand. That failed again. So, not looking good on bigger time frames. Bigger time frame risk reward is picking up for shorts if they were to close like this. But we have so much time left in the day. So from here, guys, I would look to see if basing occurs. I don't know if I would just keep dumping myself into more puts right now for new plays. As you guys can see, we have dumped massively from 445 to almost 441.50. So keep that in mind. For the rest of the day, I'd look to see if a low gets made and a higher low gets made or a double bottom. Then you can look for some base build moves off of the lows of the previous day. A lot of these charts are at their lows of previous day or close to them. Some sort of previous day notable level. So I would look to see, do any of these notable levels from the previous day hold? And if not, that would show continued weakness from previous day to now, which would be very bad because we had an amazing amount of strength to start the day. So if we picked up weakness after showing just how strong we could have been on the market, that's going to be extra bearish just from a psychological point of view. We took ground, we couldn't hold it even when we were strong, and we lost it. So now we're looking for more selling on the bigger time frames. But for the rest of the day, I'd look to see, do we get a low, do we get a higher low or a double bottom, some sort of basing around a notable previous day level. You still have a lot of levels to look at here, but I'm trying to keep it zoomed. Look at that, perfect break, perfect retest, perfect dump. And even if you were one of those people who want to complain and say, well, it was really hard to catch, though, because it just kept going. All right, well, if you go from that move to the low of that move, they gave you a midterm retest. So you got a single candle retest and a midterm retest. The only retest you didn't get today was a full term retest. You didn't get the full retest, but you got 2 out of the 3. That is a very, very good sign. If you guys have no clue what I'm talking about, it's okay. Check out the BB YouTube, though. Let me find this video. It's always hard to find because I put retest trading 101 at the very end of the title. Because I'm not smart. Is it this one? Yes, right here. Share, copy link. I'll drop this in the YouTube stream. I'll drop it in the Discord chat on Trade Floor. But you guys need to watch this video. You need to study this video if you want to learn how to actually trade retest. I'm tired of seeing people say, oh, there was no retest. Yes, there was. There were 2 retests, actually. You just weren't watching. You were over here trying to look for the perfect full-term retest, which, again, if you watch that video, which was all on live stream one day, you'll notice that I talk about that. I talk about that you're not always going to get that perfect retest, especially because of the tempo. That is, think about it like this. It's like a no-shit trade. So if all of us know, you know, that it's common sense that we should be in a part of the trade because of something that happens, then it's most likely not going to happen, because then anybody would just be making money on the market if that was the case. You know, a no shit trade, you know. If it's this guy versus a Goliath fighting, of course you're going to vote for the big Goliath guy. He's going to whoop his ass, most likely. So that's who you'd bet on. It's a no shit kind of trade. That's the same sense on why you don't always get a full term retest. It's a no shit kind of trade. So you're not always going to get it. Will it pop up here and there? Yeah, 100%. You'll definitely see it here and there. It's not going to never pop up. But just know that you're not always going to see it on the greatest retest moves. Some of your greatest pullbacks happen from short-term retest or those single candle retests that I talk about. Which, again, you can see on the 5-minute, that never even happened. They just kept dumping. But again, that's why you have to find them on the 5-minute, go to the 1-minute, scalp them. If you want to find them on the 5-minute, then you're going to be waiting a lot longer. There's nothing going to happen there for a little bit longer. Again, you didn't have any retest today on the 5. You go to the 1, we had plenty. I think the 3-minute even had some. I saw a few of you guys mention that. Let's go to that. Oh, we broke support. Oh, we finally built a green candle finally, so we got a slowdown. And then look what they reject. They perfectly rejected the golden pocket and control point. So even if you were on the 3-minute, you were saved. You were covered. We don't have that here yet. It was only a 40% entry on the 5-minute. You had 80% entries on the 1 and 3-minute. But you see what I'm saying? You need to be able to go back through your time frames, review this kind of stuff, point out what kind of entries happened realistically. I never once pointed out something that I would never take. I'm never going to say, oh, I would have definitely gotten into puts on this candle, and I would have definitely taken profits right here. Because I just knew, you know, I just knew. No, you're never going to see me say that. You should never say that to yourself. And don't ever sit here and say, how do I catch a move like this? You're not going to. Stop trying to aim for this whole move. You're only going to catch a majority of that move. You just saw me cover how you could have caught the move from here to here, but that was with reasoning. Again, so find good risk, get into your trade, plan around it, and stick to the plan as best as you can. Therefore, afterwards, when you're reviewing, you could say, all right, well, I did this, right, but I started to stray away right here. I got a little too greedy, or I got a little bit too antsy, you know, whatever. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you, Tops. I agree. I'm not even joking. I agree. I never hype up my videos like that because I don't like to sound cocky. But that retest trading video, it's only like 11, 12 minutes. That is the best retest trading video on the entirety of YouTube, by far. I don't just talk about the style of retest. I don't even just tell you how to find them. I show you how to identify them, exactly what they mean, the reasoning behind them, the tempo, the awareness you can use around them to get into better trades. So I hope a lot of you guys study that video. Those retests can save you. Those are the highest probability trades you will find, and they feel good. That's another great thing about them. They feel good. You feel like you're entering a great, disciplined, mature entry instead of just randomly entering the chart every time a green or red candle appears. No, man, your videos are so fire. I did not know about Leetest till I joined the community, and it has been a great tool to have. Thank you guys for providing such valuable strats. No problem, man. And yeah, the Leetest has been a thing for a while. I think I've just given it a bunch of different names. You know, it's just a lower high retest is all it is. But I loved giving it that name because Leland was the person who really kind of innovated it a little bit more. To give it more optimized rules, to give you a little bit more high probability of a chance of taking those trades. Promote your videos more, Josh. How the hell do you want me to do that? I always promote my videos. I'm always sharing them on here. I can't do anything more than what I do now. I share them on Twitter. I share them on Discord. I talk about them with you guys in stream. That's about as much as I can do. I don't have a team of people. Steph said, "You're so transparent. It's nice to hear from an experienced trader. We can be hard on ourselves, so your encouragement helps." Dude, I mean, I don't know why I called you dude, but it can be stressful. And tons of my guys, Jack is actually a great example of this. People who beat themselves up, but people who are so fucking smart. You know, they are so smart. They have great intuition. They know exactly what they want to do. It's just doing it, you know, and that's the hard part. This is why I like to give you guys that encouragement, because it's not a overnight success thing. You're not going to overnight, bam, I get it, I'm confident. I still have shaky moments. There's people in chat who still, who you would consider experienced to have shaky moments. Everybody has these moments. You know, it's going to be that way forever. It's about minimizing how many times those moments appear. That is when you know you're doing better as a trader. You're progressing. So don't worry about growing at a fast rate. Just worry about not quitting. Grow slow, grow passive. Aim small, miss small. You don't need to be going too crazy on trades. You don't need to be risking everything for the biscuit. But yeah. I hope a ton of guys in chat encourage each other too, because this is not easy. You need encouragement. You need that voice telling you, hey, you're not crazy. You're doing great. Sometimes they just don't always work. SPY hit a new low of day, by the way. It looks like they are just going to keep dumping it. Like I said, they have a little bit of room to the downside. It's the weights you have to worry about. Yeah, because look, Apple's fallen well through the previous day open and just kept going. You're seeing a lot of greed selling now. On your individual weights, at least. Meta and Google just hit all targets finally. Tons of amazing trade reviews. If you guys go check out the results and review channel, Daffy just posted an insane trade. Mel, Eric, Taylor, username, Mel again. Definitely check out those reviews, and there are tons of trades in there today. XLF next to go red. Good looks. We'll see if that happens. That was the only one that was still holding. Nice stream. Scalp SPY twice for a 449 payday. Wow, good job, Florida Trader. All props to you, man. All credit to you. Good job. Thank you guys for almost 50 likes on the stream. Baba bouncing from short-term support, Daffy said. MCHI, the Chinese ETF, is holding well. If you guys posted in post charts channel or in results channel today in the correct way, I'm very proud of you. Thank you again for taking my advice the other day and making their community better. I don't want people to be class clowns anymore. I want everyone to be focused, posting TA, posting plans beforehand, updating during it, or being quiet. You know, you could stick to yourself. No one needs to be live updating. You're trying to grow. No one needs to see that. If you want to, though, you can. And then afterwards reviewing it, you know, so you get that before, the during, and the after effect. You get the full effect of the trade. You're fully connected to it. You know what happened. You're aware, and it gives you a really good non-biased view of everything. So I hope a lot of you guys heed that advice and really go over things like that from here on out. I'm seeing a lot of people do it in the chat and Discord. I want to start seeing everyone do it though, not just here and there. I want to see everyone doing it. Every post should be good. Shouldn't be clowning around every other second in trade floor. You want to clown around, go to off topic. But I want to see mature TA, mature posting, mature updating in chat, and hold yourself to it, guys. If someone's not doing something correctly, call them out on it. You know, post, hey, maybe check this out. No, don't be aggressive like me. Don't be a dick. That's for my job. But post your side of the story. Say, hey, look, how about this? You know, I see you only posting bullish bias. How about this? What if it breaks this support? You know, keep that in mind. So. right, yeah. I think I am just going to end stream here. I think this is the time to do it. I was just going to do a short and sweet stream, but then I still went to 10. But tomorrow, guys, remember, we have a full day stream from market open to market close, and a little bit after market close. I will be here. Tomorrow we'll go over, at the beginning, we'll cover basically everything we need to look at for the day. What levels, what charts, everything. Like I normally do, bigger and smaller time frame. And then we'll do our updates. During lunchtime, we'll do some swing trading TA practice. Everybody was wanting to talk about that more. I would love to get into it more. So we'll do that, and then end of day we'll just kind of keep doing updates, and then at the end of the stream tomorrow I will clean up all my levels, clean up everything for Monday, have it set, and then Sunday you guys will have another scenarios video. I think it's scenarios number 15. I'll have to go see, but I am going to end the stream here. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on what we're going to be doing tomorrow, therefore you guys are ready. So share the stream around tomorrow, be ready for tomorrow. I hope we have a lot of people in there tomorrow so we can have a good time. And hopefully we see some new faces so we can gift out some free memberships to them, because I know a lot of you guys have already had it before or have seen the content. So definitely would love to hook up some new people, get them in the community, get them hooked up, get them on the right path. It's really the big word for our community is routine. It really is about routine. This is what most communities don't teach. They don't teach you routine. They don't teach you that you need to be following something, the same method every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year, because it's not about forming a good strategy. It's not about any of that. That's all behind you now. You have the strat. You have everything in front of you. Now it's about growing with it, being confident with it. That is the hard part that no one teaches. That is something that you can only do by creating good habits through a good routine. You have to put yourself through this every day. So I hope we get to do this more. Thank you guys again for pushing me over 50 likes on the stream. Thank you guys again for the amazing messages in chat. I'm glad to see some good progression this week. A lot of you guys have been growing in the right direction. I love to see it. It's not just about gains. I don't care about that. I can tell by the way some of you guys talk. Some of you guys are growing, and I love to see it. I know I've been a dick this week, but it's because I'm passionate. I just love you guys more than you could ever imagine. I don't want to see you guys fall back, and I'm just tired of seeing people go through the same bullshit cycles. It just really gets me. So I'm hopefully trying to break some of those cycles for some people in chat. So far we have. But again, thank you guys again. Thank you for dealing with me. And I will see you guys later on in the chat. Please feel free to join the Discord if you want to catch some updates or just post your own or catch some news. I'll go in there after the stream ends and I'll post the news for the day and the news for tomorrow, so you're aware of what's going on. But I'll see you guys later on again. Thank you guys again for putting up with me. I love you guys. See you guys later.